So I had been taking a medication called Tramadol. I had no idea how addicting it was, and I was taking fistfuls of it, and I was having seizures. It was bad. My husband had no idea what was going on with me, and then finally he figured it out, and it just wasn't good. So I went away to rehab for that. Got clean again, went back to meetings, and did everything I knew I did in the beginning to stay sober. um, and I did, but the meetings got very weird, and it was like a soap opera. It was weird at being in AA meetings. And then I'm gonna just kind of fast forward to like me letting in a very toxic human into my life, who was my best friend literally growing up, my next door neighbor. And she was struggling. So this is around the time my daughter was about 1 or 2, and I let this girl into my life, and I let her come live with us. I figured I could use the help. I'm home. And my husband was out doing God knows what. Like, he was literally never home, ever. He was working 20, but I never seen the money. Like, I don't know. It's just, that's how our marriage has been. We've never shared a bank account. It's his money's his money, my money's my money. That's how it's always been. Um, I didn't know how uncompatible we were when you're blinded by the romance and the love. And but we had a that was cut really short for us because we had his son, so we didn't get to enjoy a whole honeymoon period where you got to know each other, and that didn't happen. So we're gonna talk about this girl. When I say toxic humans, she was the worst kind of toxic human. Um, this is a little side story. So I let her and her daughter move into my house with me, and I didn't know she was doing hard drugs. She was doing hard things. I had messed with Adderall here and there, but nothing ever really seriously hard. I was off the opiates. I didn't touch anything like that ever again. Um, but she was sneaky. She was sneaky. And her brother was in prison. And her brother's about my sister's age. Again, we grew up next door to these people. These were our friends for years. So when he got out of jail, he had nowhere to live. My husband said he can stay, but he can sleep in the car. I was like, it's better than nothing. So he slept in our truck for a little bit, and we were about to go to Cape Cod. His dad, my husband's dad, has a home in Cape Cod, and we were leaving the next day. So I had to go to Walmart and grab, snacks and stuff. I had money. I wasn't there to do anything bad. But I didn't realize what a klepto this other dude was, because I brought him with me. But I knew he had money because he had worked with my husband a couple of days before, and my husband gave him like $200. So I just assumed he had the money. So we went our separate ways. We went into Walmart. I went one way, he went the other. And I had my purse and my keys, and he was like across the one aisle, and he's like, "Yo, I need your keys. I left my wallet in your car." I trusted him, so I threw him my keys, and that was the dumbest thing I ever did. Because next thing I know, I see loss prevention flying out the door, and he's calling my phone saying, "Oh my God, loss prevention's like chasing me across the boulevard." And I said, "Where are the keys to my car?" Like, I thought I didn't even care about him. "Where are the keys to my car?" He's like, "I have them on me. You have to." He's like, "They got me in the paddy wagon." I was like, "What? You just said you were running." He's like, "Meet me up at the gas station." I should have knew it was a setup, but again, I didn't do anything wrong, so I didn't think anything of it. So I went up to the gas station to get my keys, and there was a police officer sitting there waiting for me. Handcuffed me and said um, that he told, like, the dude told the cops that I was his getaway car and that I knew all about it. He had $2,000 worth of clothes for kids, toys, you name it. A cart full, and just walked outside with it. And I was completely like, what? So yeah, I got locked up for I don't know, what was it, conspiracy to steal? I don't know. Because we walked into the store together, I was on the hook for it for some reason. And I got out, of course, ROR. I had to do like community service. I got it expunged off my record. I didn't do anything. I literally did not steal one thing. It was just with the wrong person. So when I got locked up that night, my husband was home alone with my best friend. And let's all just let our imaginations take this one away, because this is this killed me. She took advantage of the fact that I knew she wanted my husband from the time she met him. She was very flirty with him, but I was pretty confident that he wouldn't cheat on me. Well, I was stupid, and he did. He cheated on me with my best friend, but I didn't find out until like years later. And I wound up not going to Cape Cod because he didn't want me to go. He didn't believe me. He thought I was like in there stealing with this kid, and I'm just like, I had money. Like, why would I steal? It makes no sense. So yeah, I was done. And you know what? You thought I would have been done with her, but I wasn't. We wound up taking her up the mountains with us. This was like the last straw. We got a house up the mountains. We took her and her daughter on our vacation, and I just noticed a chemistry between her and my husband after all this. And I lost it. I lost my mind that day. And I went after him, and I was threatening to self-harm, and it was a bad scene. And I took off in the middle of nowhere, up in the woods in the Poconos, and the cops found me, and they gave me a choice. We can either 302 you, or you can 201 yourself. It's your choice. 302 is going to be on your record forever. If you 201, that's, voluntary, and it won't be on your record. So I 201 myself up at Lehighton Hospital. And that is the beginning of the end when it came to my relationship with my husband. I was done.